Hi, and welcome to the Online Computer Coach. My name is Stephanie, and I'm very excited to teach you the fundamentals of using Microsoft Word 2010. Today I'm going to show you some of the skills you'll need to master to be effective in today's office environment. In this series, you will learn how to create a brand new document. We'll create several documents, including a basic letter and an interoffice memo. How to locate an existing document. There are really neat features to help you find a document, even if you don't know the name of it or where the document has been saved. I'll show you how to align your text, how to indent paragraphs, create a bulleted list or a numbered list. We'll run spell check to proof your document. Then we'll preview and print the document. I'll also show you how to print an envelope and a label. Now don't worry about taking notes or starting and stopping the video. When you subscribe on the website, I'll have class notes and practice documents already prepared for you, and you can just print those out and use them going forward. So let's get started. Okay, now we're in Microsoft Word. Just to get our bearings, let's quickly discuss the work area here. We're going to start in the upper left-hand corner, where you're going to see 3 or 4 small little icons here in Microsoft Word. This is called the Quick Access Toolbar. These are the most commonly used icons in Microsoft Word, and we're going to talk later about how you can add more icons to this area if you choose to. Below that, you've got several words. This is called the ribbon area. If I click Insert, what you see is you get a list of icons all the way across of all the things that you can insert into your document. If I click Page Layout, you see all of the icons that control the layout of your page. If I choose References, Mailings, or Review, same thing, icons all the way across the ribbon here. We're going to go back to Home for now because that's where you want to be to create most of your documents and edit most of the documents. You can always find your place by going back to Home. We're going to start with a standard letter because that's something you'll have to do day in and day out, and I want to make sure that you're completely comfortable with just the basic format of a standard letter. I'm going to hit Enter a couple of times, and we're going to start by typing in today's date. Enter a couple more times. Here is where you would normally type the name, the company name, and the address of the person that the letter is going to. So we're going to start with Mr. John Smith, of course, capital S. I want you to notice that when I hit Enter, it goes down not just a single space, but 1.5 spacing. This is the normal default format in Microsoft Word 2010. However, for most letters, you're going to want this area to be single spaced. So what I'm going to do is hit backspace to go all the way back up to the top line, and before I hit Enter, I'm going to change the style so that it goes to single space and our letter comes out looking really nice and professional, which is exactly what we want. So if you look at the styles on the ribbon all the way to the right side, there's a list of several styles that you can choose from. Normal style will give you 1.5 spacing between each line. We want no spacing. I'm going to click that, and now I'm going to go back to typing the letter. When I hit Enter, it goes directly below Mr. John Smith, and now I'm ready to go ahead and type his company name. And his address. There we go, and it's all single spaced exactly the way we want in the normal letter. Okay, now that we've typed the document, now we want to talk about spell check, saving, and printing the document. So in order to spell check, we have a couple of different options here. When you have a really short document, as we do, you can easily just go to any word that you see underlined. As you were typing the document, Microsoft Word will automatically underline any problems. You can go to any underline, aim at it, do a right click with your mouse, and it will let you just fix the words individually, one at a time. And that's easy to do if you only have 1 or 2 things to correct. However, there are times you may have a really long document, a 10-page document, and you just can't physically see every underline, and of course you don't want to miss any. So in those cases, what you want to do is go up to the word Review at the top. When you click Review, you go all the way over to the left. The very first icon says Spelling and Grammar. When you click that, it goes to the very first typo. In this instance, it's telling me that I accidentally typed your instead of you, and it's correct, I did that. So I'm going to hit change so that it makes the correction for me. I'm not perfect. Then it goes to the next typo, and I accidentally typed the word do twice. Type the same word twice, and it's asking if I want to delete one of those, and I do. So I'm going to click right here where it says delete, and it makes that change for me. Once the spell check is complete, you'll get this dialog box at the bottom, and I'm going to click OK. It's telling me that it's all complete. Once the spell check is complete, let's see, the next thing I would like to do is, since this is a short letter that's going to go on letterhead, I kind of like my one-page letters to fill up the page. Just looks better on the page. By default, I'm going to hit the home word at the top here. By default, Microsoft Word automatically gives us the 11 size font, which is a little small. It's great if you've got a full page document, but if you have a short document, I personally like to change it to a size 12 because it just looks better on the page. In order to change the font size for the entire document, the first thing you have to do is select the entire document. And the easiest way to do that is to hold down your Control key on your keyboard, hit the letter A one time, and that will select the entire document, whether you have 10 pages or just one page as we do. With everything selected, I can now click the down arrow next to the 11 and choose 12 to change the font size for the entire document to 12. So that's better. It's just a little bit larger, and it will look better on the page when we print it out. Awesome. The next thing we want to do is to save our document. In order to do that, we're going to go up to the upper left-hand corner. The second icon on the quick access toolbar, it looks like a little disc. Click that one time. And I'm going to name this one New Letter. How about that? And then I'm going to click the Save button here. We know the document is saved because if you look at the center top of the screen here, you see the name that I just gave it. So we know it's all done. So we've done our spell check, we've saved it. The next thing we're ready to do is to print the document. First thing you want to do is, if this is going to go on letterhead, insert your letterhead into the printer first. Once that's done, you click File, come down to Print. What's great about this version of Microsoft Word is that it automatically shows you the preview over here to the right, so you see exactly what it's going to look like. That's perfect. It's centered on the page. That's what we need. Then you click the little print icon, and that will send it to the printer for you. Okay, looks great. Next, we want to print our envelope. So, in order to print an envelope, we're going to go to the word Mailings. The very first icon all the way to the left says Envelopes. Click that. And because Microsoft Word automatically knows the format of a letter, it pulls out the name and address in the letter, pulls out the correct name and address, and all we have to do is hit this print button down at the bottom. That will send it to the printer. Again, remember to insert your envelope before you hit print. If by chance you need a label instead of an envelope, because you're going to maybe insert it into a big envelope, not one of the small number 10 envelopes, you go to the tab that says Labels. You go to the icon, that says Labels. And perfect. Again, it gives you the name and address automatically. In the center of this dialog box, the first option under Print says full page of the same label. Now, we don't need 10 labels for Mr. John Smith. We only need one. So we're going to click here next to where it says Single Label. And because I have a brand new sheet of labels, 5 on each side with 10 on a page, I'm going to tell it to just print it one time in the very first spot in the upper left-hand corner, which is row 1, column 1. So that's perfect. You insert the label into the printer first, and then you come down and click Print, and that'll take care of it. Okay, now we've completed our first document together. We've typed our letter, we've done the spell check, we changed the font size to 12, we saved, printed both the letter and the envelope. We also did a label. And that's everything we need to do for a professional letter. Thanks so much for joining me. I hope you've enjoyed this short introduction. For a complete list of our training videos or our videos that prepare you for the computer assessment test during the interview process, please go to our website at www.online-computer-coach.com, where you can watch it, learn it, and do it. Thank you.